Hello, so this is my vlog number 1 and today is the 25th of April and it is a Monday. So, I auditioned for Adelaide because I thought it would be a challenge for me mainly because of all the singing parts and I've never sang that much in a production, and also the songs were really good and I enjoyed listening to them and I thought I'd enjoy performing them. I also found the relationship between Nathan and her very interesting, and also I liked the way it showed Adelaide's vulnerability and how the way that, Nathan went out and gambled and basically threw the love away, and you could tell that she was just completely head over heels for this guy, and he was making it hard for her to love him in a sense, because she was trying to get across that she wanted him to give up the crap game, she wanted him to stop gambling, she just wanted him. And I found that really interesting, and I also thought it could be really fun to play around with that vulnerability, because it's very interesting. I thought a lot of the emotions between Nathan and Adelaide I could portray well, because I'm quite good with emotions, and I've had quite a few I've done quite a few emotive scenes in my life, and I just felt like, although there are lots of funny moments between the two, there are also some emotional moments where it's Adelaide's chance to show her vulnerability to an audience and to show how she's feeling and to portray the relationship between the two of them. For my audition piece, I got given a piece which was a scripted piece between me and Nathan, where Adelaide is basically saying in this piece how much she kind of wants to marry him and build a future with him, and they're talking about all the things they've got, like their license and their blood test, and how they need to do all these things, and how they've got the veil. One of the lines she said is, "I got the veil and all we need now is our licenses and our blood tests." So she's basically, in my eyes in this scene, she's talking about the next stage, and she's talking about how she wants to progress in the relationship with him and how she's almost quite excited to do that, and in a way at this point kind of blind to his bad ways. I mean, she knows that he does bad things and goes off and gambles and things, but she just wants to build this future with him. So as I said in that line, it basically just shows that she's saying, we've got the veil, we just need to sort everything out and we can get married, basically. I really like that line because it shows her love for him, and it shows how she's basically thinking about what's next between the two of them. And I thought that was really interesting and good, yeah. I also did a song between Nathan and Adelaide, which was called Sue Me. I really liked this song, and I was excited to audition it. I liked the way it showed the natural side of their relationship, and almost like the rawness of Adelaide's emotions, and how she's kind of letting herself go in the scene and basically saying, I'm sick of it, I'm sick and I'm tired, and, she just wants him and she wants him to give up the crap game and just focus on her, and you can really see her frustration in that song, and I thought that would be really fun to try and portray through her character. And it really showed the natural side of their relationship and the things going on almost like behind the scenes, and how just ridiculous Nathan is, and how he just thinks he can get away with saying, "Oh, I love you" and all this, when actually he's not doing enough. He's just not doing enough. It also shows that Adelaide really isn't happy with his ways and his gambling habits, and how it's actually really affecting her, which again I thought would be really cool to portray. It's just a really good scene and to show those emotions, and it's a very emotional scene, and it's also a very sort of almost interesting scene to do, because you can really play around with those emotions, and you can also show just like that strong sort of almost anger towards Nathan, but also that vulnerability of Adelaide because she keeps falling for it, his ways. In my audition, I really wanted to use action, so using the stage, moving around, hand gestures, getting up close to Nathan, just showing how I really felt towards Nathan through my actions and my ways on the stage. So how I prepared for these two things is I researched on New Yorker Brooklyn accents. I looked at quite a few pieces from Guys and Dolls, like my song, and a few other pieces too. And I looked at this series called Taxi, where they spoke in Brooklyn accents. And I basically just looked at lots of different things, typed in, accent teaching lessons, and just listened to words and phrases over and over until I felt comfortable with the accent. Obviously, it was hard at first, but I got better and better at it, and I felt more comfortable with it too. It took me time, but I overcame it with practice, which was good because I was doing line reading for days and days. Like ever since I got it, I just kept going over and over it to get that accent, to also make sure that while I was practicing it, I was thinking about the story behind the piece as well as the words. And I worked really hard on that, so I felt like my accent was pretty good. I was pretty happy with it towards the end of the audition process. I definitely found it a lot harder singing with the accent than I did speaking, because I was already nervous, and then trying to sing with a different accent is hard, but it was an experience, and I think it was good for me, because you realise that if you really do focus on trying to learn a different accent, you can do it, and I thought that was kind of cool. I didn't end up getting the part. I think nerves got to me in the audition, and I think that was understandable. It was my first audition. I'd never had an audition before. I didn't really know what the process is about. But saying that, it was a good experience, and I'm still happy with the part I did get. So I got Agatha, and I didn't know much about her because I hadn't really researched into anyone else other than the part I was going for, obviously, at the time. So I was interested to find out about her. I didn't find out that much, but I found out that she's in the Mission Band, and that is a really important part of her life, and that she just is very passionate about this, and it's almost like her family. And it doesn't mention in the script that she has any relationships, so I thought the Mission Band was basically in her heart, and for her that was the importance. I decided to refer to the script, and I found a line where I basically say, close the mission, and that, in my interpretation, that just kind of shows that she's saying, like, close the mission, like she's in pure shock. She cannot believe that that could even happen, because to her it means so much to her. So I say that in a scene which I'm with General and Sarah, and General announces the closing of the mission, and I think her pure shock shows how she felt about the situation, because she's just completely, she can't believe it. I'm actually happy to play the part of Agatha and experiment and play around with the lines I do have and create a good character. As I did say, I didn't want to get Adelaide, but I'm not bothered. I'm happy with what I've got, and I'm going to now try to keep focusing on the lines I do have, keep working on the accent, just making sure that I've got it maintained, and then hopefully it'll be good for the production as well. And I'm just going to try and have fun with it. So I feel happy overall, and as I said, I feel like I've worked really hard for my audition. It was a really good experience for me. I'd never done it before, so I wasn't sort of expecting to pass through it with, flying colours. But it was good, and it was definitely a good experience. And I'm now just excited for the production and my character. So yeah, that's about it.